Hello. So, as mentioned, I am really enjoying the Talos Principle, but I would like to have some variety. So I'm changing it up. I'm still doing a bit of puzzles. I was enjoying it. So I was thinking of playing some Baba today. Um, Baba is, however, a very difficult game once you get a little bit into it. So we'll see how much we're able to play. Might have to take a break in the middle or something, do something else. Because, yeah, it gets hard very quickly. Nice. So here we are in the game. So the whole concept of Baba is that the rules of the level is controlled by words on the screen, which um, are movable. So right now we have the rules. Baba is you, which means that this little cute little thing, Baba, is the character that we are controlling. Flag is win, means that if we step onto the flag, we win. Rock is push, means that the rock can be pushed. And wall is stop means that we can't go through wall. As you can see, we can go anywhere else that is within the level boundaries because there is nothing stopping us. The only thing stopping us is the wall, which uh, ends there. However, if we wanted to, we could move the words, making wall no longer stop, which means that we can now walk over the walls. Alternatively, if we want to be really fancy, we could do something like this, and now we're controlling the walls for a moment. We could even do something like this, where we move the flag away from rock is push, instead do flag is push, and rock is win, and now we are able to push the flag, and instead we win from the rock. So the whole concept of the game is we have to think outside of the box for a lot of these levels, because otherwise, you know, you might not be able to find the solution. Where do you go? So this one, like the first few levels are going to teach us the main concept. For example, here, again, we can't go out, which means that we have to make the wall no longer stop. Now we can walk over. And since I am a little gremlin, I will not do the expected. I will not make flag win. I will choose to let wall be win. Pretty much the same concept. Here they're just teaching us that, sometimes things aren't the way we expected. So here we are playing as wall, no longer Baba. The flag is stop, and a potential Baba is win, but there's no Baba on screen, so it wouldn't be very helpful. We could, however, do something like this. If we wanted to make Baba win and not flag win, we could do flag is Baba, and then we could make Baba is win. If, you know, So we got a lot of options to complete a lot of these levels. There aren't necessarily the one way to do so. Okay, Baba is you, wall stop. Those cannot be changed. Water sink. Sink means that if something steps onto it, it destroys itself, but also the the object that is sink. So in this case, we could push a rock onto the water, destroying the rock and the water. We can't easily get into there. We could, if this wall was near, we could push the words into the water and sink the words. But I think the easiest is just to make, sorry, that's the opposite direction of what I wanted. To make rock win instead. So here, flag is win, Baba is you. Technically, they are slightly within. We could probably make something out of Baba if we wanted to, but we don't have the words. So in this case, rock is pushed and skull's defeat. Defeat just means that if you touch it, Baba dies. However, only the defeat only works on the object that is you. So for example, a rock can be pushed, but it doesn't mean that the rock will die because the rock isn't alive to begin with. So we push the rocks onto the skull, meaning the skull's no longer defeat, and we can walk onto the flag. Okay, wall is stop, Baba's you, rock is push, Baba is melt, lava is hot, flag is win. So first of all, we shouldn't do anything with Baba is you. Just to show what happens if you break this, that means that nothing is you anymore, and you just die. Because nothing you can control. So yeah, the easiest thing to do here is, since we can't modify rock anymore, then, like, the only thing we can modify rock with is rock is lava, which wouldn't be very helpful. The recommended thing is to do lava is push. But before I do that, I want to show very easily Baba is melt. That means that whatever object is melt disappears when it touches whatever object is hot. But it only takes effect if the meltable object goes onto the tile of the lava. That means that if you set lava to push, you never actually step onto the lava, you just push it, which means that you don't melt. And flag is win. Hi Dan, how are you? Okay, rock is stop, skull is defeat, flag is win. Baba is you. Okay, so the only thing we can modify right now is wall is stop. So that we will do. And here, the simple choice is just to become wall, because that's the only way we can cross the skulls. Wall is the only thing that is on the other side of the skulls, and we cannot change skulls to feet because that is within the unmovable boundary. So, wall is you. Baba is you, flag win. Here, they play onto, like, they want to teach you that you really should pay attention to what words here. As you can see, there's a wall boundary across, but there is no actual word that says wall is stop, so the wall is simply decoration at this point. That means that we have to use the one is that we have to make the win, to instead make flag is win or here. Oh, shoot. There we go. There we go. Now, we can't step in here just yet, because we're missing 3 flowers, which you get by completing, like, these level sets. Okay, Baba's you and Sync, which means that if anything steps onto us, we will, no, we will die. That means that we have to stop that, so that we don't die when we step onto anything. Now we unlock wall. We also, I didn't mention it, but we have unlocked Baba's you and, which means that now we are able to combine different words. So for example, if I set that one here, that means that this sentence would mean that the Baba character is both us and Wall, which means that Baba becomes Wall, but we don't play as Wall, so therefore we die. So right now, the only way to make it useful is to push both out. So right now, the sync isn't very useful. We could, if we didn't have the Baba there, we could have maybe made a Wall is sync and you, but the easiest solution is just to make uh I need to put the and there first. Make the word Wall and Baba is you, so that we control both Baba and Wall. Yeah, I mean, it's always difficult when you first unlock a new word, so you have to like figure out what it even does. Here we go. Turns. This one you struggled on for a while. So here we are, wall stop, skulls defeat, Baba's you, flag is win, star is sink, rock is push, and then we have the option of using a crab and an and. So one thing we can quickly do is star is sink and push. Don't need the rocks at all to sink the skull. And now we have the crab, so we can. I'm gonna push crab out of the way a little bit. Yeah. Now we can make the word crab and Baba is you. So that now we're controlling both the crab outside and Baba, meaning we have now access to the flag. Here we unlock 2 new words, which is Kiki, which is these tiny little red things, and the word move. Move just means that every in-game tick, the object that is move will move. So if we instead do, for example, love is move, that means that now love will move out of the way and eventually get us the win. Flag is win, wall is stop, pillar is push, and Baba is heal. So here we want to get past, oh, and also star is defeat, which means that if we step onto the star, we die. We want to get past the stars. The only easy way to do that is to get something over there. You might remember the one where we pushed the word out of the way. That would have been an option if we were able to push the flag, but the flag is not really easily pushable because you know, we don't have an and. So the easy solution is then just to stop the pillar from being pushable and make the pillar S. Brick wall. Baba is you, flag is win, wall is stop. So here, I think, is just being deceptive. They just want us to be us and win. We'll do the bonus levels afterwards. Lock. Baba is you, wall is stop. Key is open, key is push, door is stop, door is shut. Rock. Flag is win. So, open and shut means that the object that is shut will be effectively a stop until the object that is open is pushed onto it, in which case it is opened. You know, in this case, if the key goes onto the door is opened. Which means that since we have a key here, we can open the door. We could do now open this door, which gives us access to a rock, which means that we can replace the key with a rock instead, and make rock is open and push, which makes the rock our new key, which allows us to open the door. One second. Okay, 7. Novice locksmith. Baba is you, door stop, wall is stop. Then we have doors shut, key open, key push, and an is. Here I have the feeling that we just want to do both at the same time, like normal. Which is hinted at with the tiles, which gives us access to doors, to door is shut. Breaking this means that the door is no longer shut, but we can't open it anymore, because we need the key. But I think we can quickly deal with it by just making door push and push it out of the way. 8. Flag is win, Baba is you, wall is stop, and jelly is stop. Wall is defeat. So we step onto the walls now, we don't get stopped. Or I mean, if we move this one, we don't get stopped, but we do still die. So not much point in doing anything with that. Uh, so yeah, here we got into one of the first ones where I need to think a little bit, because we need to be able to get like outside it, which we can't easily do Because I don't. Yeah, I need to think. Yeah, easy. We just make wall jelly, which now means that there is nothing defeating us, which means that we can get out. Uh, and now we can just make Baba is win. Get out this level. So that one took a second to think about. It could be worse. There's definitely worse ones that are coming. Area cleared, which means that we now unlock a flower. But we have more levels to complete. Rock is rock, flag is rock, wall is stop, Baba is you. So here we're learning about if multiple things are um if multiple things are contradicting, then every tick uh that you know basically if I show you. So it starts off at this, but every tick afterwards it will update to the the priority, which is itself is itself. So if we ever broke this, it would immediately go back to flag. Oh wait, no, I'm being a dum-dum. That is usually the rule. If there is contradictions, then the itself is the priority. Um, Otherwise it just breaks, which we will get into later. But the problem right now is that flag is rock. I misread this. So anytime there's a flag, it will become rock. And we can't make rock into flag because rock is rock. So therefore we have to break rock is rock. Make flag is win. Or rock is flag, I mean. There we go. But that is something we're gonna get into. I was just misunderstanding which part we were at. Okay, Kiki is you. Doors shut. Key is push and open. We have a key there. Flag is win. Hedge and door is stop. So basically, we want to get the key out. But if we push on the key, it's stuck. So we have to be able to get the key out. Let's see. What can we do? We could theoretically make doors U. So that at least allows us to access that room. Uh, we could make key is key is shut, which makes the key open itself. So we can make flag is win and win the level. Jelly throne. Flag is flag, which is outside the boundaries. We can't do anything about that. Balwa is you. Jelly is win. Flag is stop. Wall is stop. So the reason why this one is here is because the obvious one would be flag is flat or flag is jelly, but can't be modified. So, and we also can't do that. Can't push the flag because that just means that uh you know we just push it into there. We couldn't easily just do jelly's Balba because yes, we go down there, but that means that the jellies no longer win. However, I think it's still applicable because we could just break this now and put flag as win and win by normal rules. Okay, nice. 12. Crab storage. Baba is open. Flag is push. Is win. Is defeat. Hedge stop. Baba's hue. Doors shut and stop. So doors shut. Baba is open. That means that we could do that to open it. It's not very helpful. Uh, we have flag is open. So the tricky thing here is that we like if we do Baba is the Baba and then push up, Baba comes defeat and we instantly die. So we can't do that immediately. Optimally, what we want to do is get the crab out so we can do um push it here, have the Baba is Baba so you know doesn't get taken over. Crabs defeat and crabs win. So what we're gonna start with is flag is push, flag is open. So we can get the crab out. Now we need the is so that Baba doesn't become crab. And now crab is win. Last level, or last main level in this area. We still have bonus levels. Baba's you. Doorstop is win. Keys defeat. Stars push. Wall is stop. Key star. Key is open and is shut. Interesting. So we could make stars push and open as an example. And uh, then we make a wall is shut. Is star anything right now? No, it's not. It's just an object. So we make wall is shut. That means that we can push the star onto the wall. Now, problem is, I think I want to do a better opening. I just want to check what I can do. Yeah, yeah, keys win. It's fine. Didn't need to change the opening. Keys no longer defeat, keys now win. We can step under the key. Nice. Always you. Uh, this one, yeah. Yeah, Baba is you, wall is stop, crab, flag is defeat, is win. So the hard part about this one is obviously that if we push these onto there, then the flag is win, but the crabs are now defeat and you can't pass through them. So, optimally, we need to do something about rook and push. I'm gonna take them out to have a bit more safety when it comes to this. Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Uh, so technically we could now do Rock's Crab, but I don't think that is useful at all. If we could do Rock is we could do Rock is Baba. I think Rock is Baba is the correct thing to do. Now we can have a Baba inside here that can win for us. Yeah, that works. Sunken Temple. Similar level. Baba's you, wall stop. We've got a jellyfish, which is now push. We have Ruckus push. So, similar issue. If we push these, then crab flag is when jellies push. The difference with this one is that we can't just push it like that, like the previous one. We have to push all the way in to actually get the victory. Mm, so then the hard part becomes, I think we have to quickly make rock you. Get it out of there. Uh, if I now do rock is push on the outside there, I could potentially. Let's see. I want to see if it's possible at all. I mean, yeah, it should be possible. If I just do. I have no idea if this is the intended, but it should work just fine. Ah, yeah, that's the problem. I can't do. No, I should still be able to do it. And then we just make Rock you. There we go. And we completed the area. Uh, return to map. Now, Solitary Island. Poem. Rose is red, violet is blue, flag is win, Baba is you. Ah, obviously, we could do something like this, which would now mean flag is us, but that means that we can't get out of the wall at all. We could do something like this, and that gives us access to a lot of words. We can now get this one out. Yeah, uh, I would now be able to do Rose is you instead. And now we push these three down. Because Baba again. Now we have to do it one more time so I can get the flag out. Which means that we can now make Rose is flag. Or we could have done flag Rose's win. Either way, we got the words. Uh, yeah, let's just do it like that. Can we step onto it? Yeah, we can step onto it. Never mind. Let's just do it that way. Flag is win. There we go. Float. Ah, welcome back to the beginning. So Baba's float, Baba's you, flag is win, while stop, rocks push. So the interesting thing about like float is that it means that we're not on the same layer as the flag. Which means that while we can push stuff, we float above a lot of other words. Which means that we can't actually we can't actually win by stepping onto the thing. Uh One way I could see us doing something outside of that is by doing something like Wallace you again. Warm River. Baba is you and float. Baba is melt. Water is hot. Flag is win. Skulls defeat and float. So since we are float, the melt doesn't actually affect us. The second we remove float, then we will melt. So here, the important thing will be to try to, do stuff to be able to get over the water and then turn off the float. Can I do something sneaky to make it horizontal? Mm, no, we would need a second is for that. Okay. This one is interesting. I mean, this one would be super helpful. I could do Baba's melt and float, but actually no, I can do water is hot and float. It means that we can step under the water. There we go. Needed a little think there. 3. Text is float. Baba is you. Rock is push. Flag is win. So with text being float, it gives us like an interesting territory where uh, they don't get destroyed by the water. We can still push them though, which is good to know. Baba's you, Rock is push. I could do another Rock is you. Get the one in the corner out of there. But Yeah, that just gives us access. Nice. For bridge building. Now rock is float, rock is push, water sink. Are we able to do this now? Yeah, so this is just the opposite. Bubba's you, water sink, cog is push, text is float, and water is sink. Yeah, and now we can do Baba's win, since we got the win free. 6. Assembly team. Robot is you, robot is stop. Flag is win. Water sink, high, uh, pipe is stop. Okay. Because we don't want to push it against there, because, yes, then we can destroy. No, actually, that's fine. We can just push it against the wall. Never mind. Seven. Catch the thief. Yeah, so Scott's defeat, pipe is stop, Bob is here, robot is move, and every tick the robot is moving towards you, which kills us. So how many steps do we have? Because we could not... We don't have enough steps to do that. We could potentially make it do something silly, because it will obviously still come back, even if we're dead. So we could make it do... Potentially make us into... something. So it's gonna move the U. Or we could just do that. And then we could do... Uh... Quickly just switch the roles. Gives me a different perspective. Yeah. We could push this one down, but it doesn't help us much. Let's just see what we can do. Yeah, because pipe is stopped, so we can't actually get it down there. Yeah. Yeah, I see what it is. Okay. So now we push, we let it push itself into. Yeah, we let itself push in, and then we push the word win up, I think is what we want to do. Uh, yeah, okay. See, this is where my brain starts having issues. Interesting. Um, uh, uh, uh. What could we do? What could we do? We could make robot into Baba, potentially, now that it's in there. Don't know how to juggle it. I think this is the solution, yeah. Just had to have a long, long think. Another flower. Flag key. Water stop and shut. Baba's you and open. So we definitely don't want Baba to be us and open. Could you uh, like shoot, we could do key is yeah. Uh yeah, can't do that. Okay, let's start over. Have a look. So we want to get the win out, which means we have to get yeah, we have to get the key out. Or we have to get the win out. But we can't do that if the open is on us. So we have to make either key or flag open. However, we can't do that if yeah, we can't do that if the only thing that is us is the open. Mm-mm-mm. We don't have a push though. That's the problem. Uh, so I think what we have to do is get this one out so that we can do something stupid with the is. I don't want to just do key is flag or something, just so we don't have to deal with three objects. Now, what can we do, honestly? This one is stumbling me. What if we do that same thing? Uh, so we do key is flag, just to have it all be one, and then we do flag is even open. I think that's a better way of doing it. That's not the correct way, but that is at least one way of doing it. So which one do we open? Actually, we could even do a third one. No, we can't easily. Uh, 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 uh. But if we had a third one, let's see if we can. Either way, I think we're on a good track there. So you want to make he is whatever else. So he's flag. They do get a lot harder. And then we want to do. We can't do Baba's flag because then we're gonna break the thing. Unless we do. Okay. No, we can't. We c Oh, there, I found it. I just didn't think correctly about the direction. There we go, though. There we go. That one took a while. That one took a while. 9. Research facility. Okay. Kiki's defeat, Skull is hot, Baba's you. Wall is stop. Bolt is push, move. Bolt is melt. So, what I'm seeing that we might have to do is, of course, like if we do this, then it will start going past, then it will melt on the skull. So, we first, before we are even able to do that, is we have to make it so that skull, like, we have to do something with the skull. So I think we have to do this, push the hot out of the way, and instead make it defeat. Ah, but that doesn't work again because it's, yeah. So we could obviously do that, but then we get stuck in here because we can't get out from a defeat hole. And we can't go up here because Kiki's defeat. We can't go down here. That messes with our win. Mm-mm-mm. This is an interesting one. We could potentially do something like this. Oh, wait, I didn't push it in the correct spot. Because now Bolt is hot instead. Skull is nothing. Which means that we can get access to the win. It's still not the correct solution, but I think that's closer to what we want. Uh, 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 uh. We could have it push something else, potentially. So, already gonna be defeat here. So if we instead do... Still doesn't feel correct. Just try it again. Right, I see. So I think optimally we don't want it to push in there. Because it's just going to destroy the bolt and the skull. which means that we don't have a win condition. But if we do it this way instead, I feel like we might not get enough space. I feel like it might just destroy. Yeah, it'll destroy the Baba ICU. Okay. So what can we do? What can we do? Ah, let's have a look again on this. Because this is not the correct solution. I can see that. But what is? Gotta do this again so we can have better luck. So what we can do now is push that in, obviously. Then we can't do anything about the skull or whatever. We can get the win out, but not very helpful if we didn't have like an and or something. Uh, could do a 4 layer. I don't think it would help much at all. I want to see what happens. This is not what I want to do. Right, obviously. Ba 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 ba. Mm. This one is stumping me. This one is definitely stumping me. Right. Honestly, that's closer to what I want. Still not correct, but it is a lot closer. Yeah, this one's hard. This one's very hard for me. Obviously, like optimally, like having something like I don't know this pushed in would be like optimal, but Kiki, so we can't go in there. Don't have a second is, so we can't do that. The only way for us to cross in there is for us to be here, in which case the skull can't be defeated. And the only way for us to make skull not defeat, as I can see, is to push the bolt in there, in which case it melts. And even if it doesn't melt, then the word is still not accessible. Because now we just get bolt this move, and it doesn't really help us. Like, the nice thing would be if the move wasn't in there, to be honest. Then we can just have the push. But there's no easy way to do that, because the only way it moves to begin with is if the move is there. Uh, 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 uh. Yeah, this one's hard. I'm struggling. Uh. Skull is hot. Baba is you. And this is nothing compared to the later levels. Because I have completed this one long, long ago, but I don't remember the solution. I do remember, however, that later levels get insane. How was this? I know, again, this isn't the right solution, and I've already done it before, but I want to see, because I need to remember. Yes, I'm very lost. Oh wait. Right. Because optimally, if we were to do it that direction, then we would have to have, since the this is gonna be there, the hot is gonna be there, it's just never gonna work. Because the defeat is gonna go in the Baba. It's gonna become Baba defeat you. So can't have that. Yeah. That is hard. The nice things about the like menu here is that you can see all of the rules when you pause, which makes it slightly easier to like tell what is going on. If I go there, it no longer says bolts push. So at least you can read it like this. Any way for this to work? That's not what I intended on doing, but it's interesting nonetheless. Uh, 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 uh. Because, yeah, what I would want to do is something like this, as I've said before. Like, that would make Skull's Bolt, which wouldn't be too bad. But the problem is that I can't do that without an extra is, because now I can't make the bolt move. More than, like, you know. Yeah, I don't know. KK is defeat, Baba is you, Bolt is push, Bolt is melt, Skull is halt, Wall is stop. What could it be? What could it be? Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm just bashing my head against a proverbial wall. Potentially just. Oh, check out 10 first. Maybe we'll learn something if we look at the later levels. Type is stop, Baba is you, flag is flag, bog is defeat. Cog is stop, flag, cog, robot, move end, robot is push, flag, rock, win. just have a play around. So what we would want here is, I'm guessing, uh, there, and then we want the other robot to be up here and push an and then the filler word. So that becomes flog. Flag is rock and win. Then we push robot is move. Oh, yeah. There we go. See, the 10 wasn't too bad. It's the 9 that I'm struggling with. Baba's Yukiki's push, wall is stop, and we gotta win. So we have two options we can do now. We can either do this to make Kiki his push just as it is, but I don't see that being very useful to go outside. So what I imagine we have to do is do some juggling, potentially. But that, yeah, can't easily do that with only one is. Prefer to have two ises for that. Could do, uh, no, not useful. Uh, uh, uh. It's, yeah. I mean, we could maybe do this. Make Kiki no longer push. Yeah, this will work. This will work. Then we make Kiki into us, so we control the... There we go. I don't know why the 9 is so much harder for me. I must be missing something pretty big. Just, just hard. That's the problem. Mm. Okay. Because when we do this, when does the bolt melt? I mean, we can at least save it from melting. Oh, because it's gonna be bolt is hot. That's why. That's why we wanted something like that thing. But what can we do about this? What can we do about this? Uh, 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 uh. Mm. Yeah, I don't know. Ah, okay, I think maybe that's. I don't know if we have enough time. Because then if we make this not hot anymore, now the skull's no longer defeated and the bolt isn't stuck in there. Ah, Jesus. Now we have the win. Okay, but now what can we do with the win? Because ideally, I think I would want the bolt to push is win inside there. Oh, I'm being a dum dum. I can obviously just do this. Okay, nice. Finally did 9. It's the hardest one yet. Ah, traumatic. Baba's you and float. Water is water and hot. Baba is melt. Skull's defeat and float. Okay, so it's a version of that one. So similar. The only way for us to get over is for Baba to no longer be floating so that we can get under the skulls. But if we're not floating, then we're gonna melt. And we obviously can't do the same solution again, I'm guessing. Oh, yeah. Obviously. Can't do that. Do. Uh, 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 uh. Mm. So, these ones are free, pretty much. So what can we do about them? I think the reason why was because we had a word up there. The water is hot was up on top. Not very much of a point to do that, but we can. Uh. Can't break this one, then we die. Can't break this one, then we die. Can't break this one, then we die. The and float are the only ones that we are able to modify. Well, we could do Baba's Melt and you instead. Because then we can do Water is Float. Yeah, that works. Bridges? Rock is Float, Text is Float, Baba is you, Rock is Push. What about Rock is you? Ah, that's why. Okay, what if we grab the flag parts? And we make flag push. Then we just obviously. Can't push it out of there. We could maybe make Rocky's flag. This is difficult to understand for me. Too confusing. And from here, we can form flag is win. Mind-boggling. Whoa. 3. Baba's U and open. Flag is key. Our flag, we have key, water stop and shop. So this one was already confusing enough on a normal one. I'm gonna do the same at least. Remove an option. Right, because it's not sync, it's open. Uh, 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 uh. Could you? No. So optimally, I want to be able to control two things at once, right? So if I do like Baba and flag is you, and obviously I can still control both. But now I have no thing that is open. Uh, 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 uh. So optimally, again, I want to open either like there, or there and on the other side. I don't think I can do this with one hole. Don't think that is possible. No, doesn't look like it. Uh, so I need two holes, but I can't easily get two holes because I can only control two things at once. I can easily turn the flag and key into the other. But I can't easily make it like into the third item. Like I can't have all three be Baba. Uh, uh, uh. Since water is stop and shut, we can't push things onto it. Yeah. I think the correct solution is still that we need to make two one. Could I do something juggly with like don't feel like I can. Oh, right. Now I have an empty Baba. That's why it won't work. Yeah, I can't get the is out of there. I could get flag and keys you. I couldn't get flag and keys you and open. Could I potentially do something with an and? Uh, no, because the second I move it, I can't move anymore. A similar difficulty of a level. Uh, uh, uh. Everything would be so much easier with two ises. Meh. We need a third key, I feel like. Or, third playable thing. Which is hard without a push. Let's get rid of the Baba. Because, would it be possible to, like... No, how to test this, really? If I then instead do, like, this sort of thing, this is not gonna work easily with it being this close, though. Get one more space. Problem is that it doesn't matter. Because if I could have pushed it onto it, then that would have been a thing. Is there a similar thing? Uh, let's go to the next level and see if we get any more ideas. What was you, KKs? Well, let's stop. Is this not the same thing? Oh no, because this one we get the... Instead of push, we get the x-rays. This is what I wanted to do. Okay, now, uh, just think over it before we do something dumb. Yeah, we want to be able to have it there when we do something, don't we? I don't know. Just testing stuff out. Um, I could do both R. Because the juggling is what it wants us to do, I guarantee it. Da -da -da -da. I could also potentially turn it into horizontal as well, which I haven't thought about. I'm in the vertical. Uh, I don't know how to break the wall. Right. Okay, I think I see what I need to do. annoying. uh, It's basically I want to have this one there, and then push down so that only Baba is you and not KK is you. In which case, honestly, I feel like it would be better if I do it this way. Doesn't matter either way, but it's just makes it easier for me to think if Baba is you. Ah, I did it in the wrong order. Just as I'm saying I want to fix it. There we go. That was way harder. Oh, Jesus. Some of these really tickle my brain. As I realized that I skipped 4 and went straight to 5. Flag and... Okay. I wanna see what happens. I don't remember what ice does. So, in theory, they have to be there. We need 3 robots. Ah, yeah, that's where it comes in. Because we only have Cog right now. So, what I think I have to do here, if I want to preserve the flag, then I'm gonna have to place... Okay, let's try it. Probably not correct, but do this. Yeah, that works. Six. Evaporating river. Baba is you. Lag. Bunch of skulls. Is when water is sink. While stop, water is hot. Skulls defeat. Cog is push and melt. Okay. So quite a bit of stuff happening here. First off, break the water sink. We do cog is sink, maybe? That wouldn't be very helpful, would it? Uh, I mean, to be fair, I could do. That. Still not correct, I'm guessing, but at least then we can get the cog out. If we instead sink the water and not the sink, I think that will be a bit more helpful. Ah, no. Breaks on the same stage. Never mind. Uh, I mean, yeah, I could do that, actually. There we go. Let's push everything in there and push the flag out. Ah, so close. Very close, very close, very close. I need something on the other side. First of all, we have a cog, which we can. Yeah. Uh, I mean, I feel like we're very close. We are very close. But it's not correct just yet. Uh, uh, uh. Optimally, if we want to do that, then we need four things, which we can't do easily because the cog will either sink the water or melt in the water. Because that is not very helpful. Da 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 da. Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. We could always return to them, I suppose, but it feels, you know, bad. uh, let's have a look at this one again. I mean, if we just do this again, couldn't we potentially do this? And then we ease you. Let's make us Baba again for ease. Ah, that's the problem. Because I was thinking we might be able to now do. Alright. Uh, my brain is fried. We're gonna return to this later. The puzzles eat my brain a bit. So, probably gonna be an early-ish night here, unfortunately. Also, if you haven't noticed, it does actually say Baba is you, flag is win down here on the map itself, which means that yes, even the world map is a level, technically. But yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.